So Ohio State versus Arkansas State. They played yesterday. It was just a very, very, very weird game. Of course, we blew them out. We won pretty big. Offense was good. Of course, there was some clunk. It was very clunky. That's pretty much what described this game. Very clunky. Very, very weird. Arkansas gave their best effort. James Blackman, who was from Florida State, comes to Arkansas State, played really played well for what Arkansas for what he could really do. He's on Arkansas State, so there's not a lot. They don't have a lot of talent, but they played. They tested us. They played us pretty well. They fought. So props up to them. What's his name? Fleming. He torched us. Had like over 100 yards receiving. Was really good. Denzel Burke got torched, and we're gonna talk about him. Very disappointing. Two very disappointing games this season. There's still a lot of season to turn it around, but he's been picked on a lot these past two games. But let's start with the offense. Offense was really good. Of course, there was still some clunkiness to it. Marvin Harrison Jr. Played really well. 7 catches, I think 184 yards. He was really good. Had 3 touchdowns. Had a crazy touchdown, I think, in the late fourth or early fourth or late third quarter. He was just really good. Need that confidence. He didn't really have the game that we expected against Notre Dame, but he came out, played pretty well. So hopefully that can help his confidence. He can get better. And guys, we have to realize that he's a sophomore, and usually, usually it takes 3 seasons for him to be for players like that to reach their best. It took what's his name? Garrett Wilson, 3 seasons. He was good. Had some flashes, in his freshman year. Had some flashes there. Then his sophomore year was really good, but he didn't take off. He wasn't his best until his 3rd season. So I'm realizing that he's a sophomore. He's technically an underclassman. He's an underclassman. So he's only been here for 2 seasons, but he's extremely talented, and it's gonna help his confidence. I thought running game was pretty good. It was good, against Arkansas State again. Trayvon Henderson was really good in space. Had ripped off a nice run early in the game. We were at like the 7-yard line. Got to the 50-yard. Got to the middle of the field. So I thought it was okay. There still needs some work with blocking and all that stuff. But I think it's gonna be fixed. It's very very clunky. We scored. We kind of again, in the first half was again like I said, it was clunky. I feel like Ryan Day probably wanted some plays called back. It was 24-9 at the third quarter at the half, but in the third quarter we really turned it on to score 21 points in that quarter. So again, I think it's gonna be good. So we're gonna have to build that momentum. So on defense, what's his name? Mike Hall. He is a superstar. He's a superstar. He's arrived. Just wreaking havoc again. Just being really good. Got injured, but I think he's gonna be okay. Tommy Eichenberg stepping up again. Still Chambers had a crazy sack. He just bursted through those guys, those Arkansas State linemen. JT Tuimola being disruptive, Jackson being disruptive. And then, so let's talk about Denzel Burke. These past 2 games have not been great. He's gotten torched. And I think a lot of it is just a lot of mental mistakes. I just feel like a lot of that was just he wasn't paying attention, just not paying attention to details. And that's been the issue with him, Of course he got torched, got burnt. And he got taken out, in this game. They put J.K. Johnson in, so he's been subpar. He's a low 4-star recruit. I think it was 192nd in the country. So again, he wasn't some superstar. but he's gotten torched. Got torched on the sideline. It was a streak play. Got torched there. Just got torched by Fleming, and he was getting picked on. So he needs to step up. I mean, our cornerback depth isn't great. We don't have a lot. You know, when you have a kicker turn into a cornerback, it's still an issue. And I know the kicker. I know he played that in high school, but you can't. It's an issue. So he needs to step up, right? You know, J.K. Johnson, I know he's been getting that momentum. Jordan Hancock is another guy that a lot of Ohio State fans and a lot of the coaches are pretty high on, but he's been hurt. And then Cam Brown, I thought he was good. I mean, I thought he was good. He was extremely good at tackling. I love those guys. I love those corners that can tackle and, you know, be physical. So I was impressed by him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a weird game. This is a weird day in college football in general. It was really, really weird. Some very interesting games. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.